What's up? Anyway, I'm making this video. I just thought about making it because I just got done running. But it made me think about boot camp because my time kind of dropped in a bad way. So I'm trying to cut more time off. Working on that right now. But I would like to tell y'all about what happened to me on my first. In boot camp, they call it PFA. When you get to your command, they're gonna call it PRT. But yeah, so when you get to your first PRT, basically the main thing you need to pass is your run. Because when I was in, you had people failing push-ups, failing sit-ups, but they'll pass the run. And you had people, and they got to stay in the division. But if you pass the push-ups, pass sit-ups, and fail to run, you get AS mode, which is what happened to me. So pretty much during P days, you're gonna take your PRT, your PFA, whatever. Within after that third day of you being there, I think it's between the third and fifth day, you're gonna end up taking a PRT. And I would advise you, because they're just gonna spring it on you, or assume they're just gonna spring it on you, because we didn't get a warning like, hey, eat light because you better go to Freedom Hall and take your PRT. So anyway, what happened to me is I'm in PAs or whatever, and I was eating a lot, and so, and especially this particular day that we went to go take our PRT, and they didn't tell us that our PRT was about to happen, and I knew something was up the moment when we left the galley. We went in the opposite direction that we normally would go, and boom, headed towards Freedom Hall, and you see all the other divisions in there at the same time. So I'm like, oh shit, we're gonna take this PRT. So what happened to me is I passed my push-ups, passed my sit-ups, I failed to run, and I really believe I failed to run because I ate so much and I was sick. And likelihood you will get sick there within within 3 days. You're probably gonna get sick. If you don't, good for you. But I got sick, very sick, and I got sick like, how you feel like yourself getting sick and the next day it just falls on you. Like, that was the day we took our PRT. Was this day like that sickness really set in on me. So I wasn't feeling my best at all. So trying to run during that time, trying to do any type of physical activity was just horrible. So boom, I failed my run, and I got asthma, and I went to FEP. Now FEP is like, it's borderline SEPS, and SEPS is separation. So pretty much you'll go to FEP, and in 2 days from you getting to FEP, you'll take your test again. But that just depends on the day you actually got into FEP. We took our PRT on a Wednesday, and I couldn't make it to FEP that same day. They pushed me to like another division just to sleep in. Like, it just made me leave my division, and I had to go sleep in another division that was like some weeks ahead of us. And then I went to FEP the next day. So technically I couldn't do my retake on Friday. I had to sit there until Monday. I was in FEP for 4 days. And Saturday, you go to PT again. And pretty much you PTing with all these people who are about to become RDCs. Some of them are RDCs already, and you got some of them that are becoming RDCs. And you'll be able to tell because they'll be talking to them as if they're in boot camp when they're not. And I got a friend who just went up there and just made chief, and he's a RDC, and he said yes. He said even though I'm a first class, he said they still treat us like we're in boot camp. They don't treat us like we're in the Navy. So Saturday, boom, you're gonna basically do a lot of running on that Saturday, and that Saturday I was still sick. It wasn't nearly over, but it was better than the previous couple days. So I was able to run a little faster. and basically you're just gonna do like, I think they're gonna make you run for like 20 minutes. You're just gonna lap after lap. Basically, it's 20 minutes, but you need to complete so many laps within that time frame to know. I think it's like a 2-mile run. So I think I made it. I had to have made it. But anyway, so that Monday came around. That Monday, I was just like, I gotta do this run. And that's all I had to do. I didn't have to do the push-ups or the sit-ups no more. I just need to pass the run. So I was like, cool, I could save some energy. And when I get on this track, I'm throwing my lungs in the garbage, and I'm finna get it, you know. And I was still sick, like I felt like I was gonna die. I was about to tell them to take me to medical, because when I got on that track, I still ran smartly. I conserved my energy, but I was looking at the time, and I won't look at the time on every lap. I just knew how many laps I had to do. So once I did so many laps, that's when I started looking at the clock, and I would like find my name, because your name will be on there. But sometimes when you pass the little sensors, pretend this camera is a sensor, and once you pass it, there's a screen there, but the screen is a pretty big screen, but it's not like a gigantic screen. It's just like a regular TV, and you'll see your names come up on it. But sometimes your name don't come up right away, and don't slow down. Just rock out, do the next lap, and come back and try to catch it again. So, but if you know how many laps you did, I think there is a clock up there. There's a clock somewhere, and at least you know you're timing yourself that way. So pretty much on the straightaways, I wouldn't necessarily sprint, but I would open my stride up. I would try to, cover as much ground as I can, and then on the curves, I'll kind of jog it out or whatever. But I won't do it on every straightaway. Like, I'll do one straightaway a lap, and then I started upping it to 2 straightaways per lap, where I will open up my stride a lot more. But the main thing, I knew I needed to make it. I needed to beat that time. So the time I failed at was 16:40. The time I passed at was 15:40. So, but pretty much, like, once I knew I was like down to those like last 3 or 4 laps, you're gonna have to just say, forget it. Let's go. Like, don't care. Just do not care. Just know you need to get out of FEP. That was my main goal, because in FEP you're gonna meet the definition of a loser in FEP. And when I say you're gonna meet the definition of a loser, a quitter, it's all the people in FEP that are trying to get separated. And I never met such a group of losers. Like, and not to talk bad on them, because I mean the military isn't for everybody, but like at that time I was just like, wow. Like, when they tell you the stories of how they're trying to get out and how long they've been there, like, the quickest way to graduate boot camp is to just graduate. That's the quickest way to get out of boot camp. Like, when you're trying to get separated, that can take up to 6 months. I'm not about to sit up there at Great Lakes for 6 months trying to get out. Like, that's not gonna happen. Like, I want out of here. Get me out of here. And the way you're gonna get out is to graduate. That's how you're gonna get out. All right. That's the quickest way to get out, is to graduate. Because once you get to A school, it gets so much better. Once you get to your command, it gets even better than that. So, I mean, you're gonna have your ups and down days, but nothing is worse as boot camp, in my opinion. But yes, so I went to Harlem. I went to like sprinting, like running hard, like, I knew I was running when I was passing up people I wouldn't normally pass. Like, I was just gone. Like, I would run between 2 people. I would like I didn't care who was in my way. If you was in my way, I was running right over you. That's how I was. I didn't care about the next person. I didn't care how they felt about it, because at the end of the day, I needed to pass. And if you're in my way, I'm knocking you out of my way. That's how I was. I didn't necessarily push nobody, but a few people got bumped by me. Like, I was like, get out of my way. And after the run, everybody was talking about me. Like, it was like, Harris, hey Harris, like, man, you was gone, man. Like, they was like, normally we in front of you, like, all of a sudden we just seen you pass us and you just overlap. Like, I'm telling you, man, I was that dedicated. And honestly, that's how you got to be if you want to pass your run. If you struggle with running, I suggest you to start running now. Know the time that you need to beat, and try to not so much beat that time, but put like this: don't try to make the time that you need to beat. Beat the time that you need to beat. Like, if you need to run it in 12 minutes, run it in 10 minutes. And I say that because you gotta have that mentality. The faster you run, the quicker you're done. You know, who wants to really run for 12 minutes? Who really wants to run for 15, 16 minutes? If you can get it done, and if you can cut off 5, 3, 2, whatever you can cut off, cut it off. Cut it off. But yeah, that's my experience with running the PRT in boot camp, at least from P days when you first get there. So, and I only got better after that. Like, it wasn't that hard, you know, because I was dropping weight, eating right. So I was good after that. But don't be afraid if you like, when I went into boot camp, like, I knew I had to run beat, but for some reason, I guess because I got sick, that's what slowed me down. So if that happens to you, just don't give up. Do not give up. At the end of the day, you need to pass that run. Pass the run. And that's the mentality you need to have. Like, to have that mentality of you're not failing no matter what, and something will click inside you because you're gonna get sick of it. I'm gonna tell you, when you get to P days, one day of P days is enough. I mean, one day of FEP is enough. That was enough for me. I was in there for 4 days. So I was pissed and mad at myself. So, hey, you know, but sometimes you gotta fail in order to succeed. And that's literally what happened to me. So, hey, it is what it is. But I'm gonna check out, and hope this video was informational. Like, share, subscribe, and I'm out.